So back in December, you might remember we gave an exhaust system away for free. It's been a while, but today's the day we are finally going to build that exhaust system. And that car is a Mark III Focus ST.
Right everybody, welcome back to another video. This one behind me is finally the exhaust winner from 5 months ago, or almost 5 months ago. So come on, welcome Steve. Come on, jump on the video.
How are we doing?
First mate, welcome to the channel, and yeah, congratulations on winning the exhaust system first of all.
Thank you very much.
One of a few people like me that never wins out, but this time you won.
Very uncanny.
So tell everyone where you come from.
Preston.
Preston, so Preston is 2.5 hours, is it, from here?
Yeah, just over 2 hours.
2.5 hours-ish from here, so it's come a fair old way for this. He's been waiting a while for it. Do you want to go into detail of why you've had to wait, or do you want to keep that a secret?
No, I was booked in February to get it all sorted out, but unfortunately I had an operation, so I had to bring that forward a bit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we've had a little bit of a wait. For those of you that have been asking me why everyone thought I'd rigged it, everyone were asking me like, has exhaust winner come forward? Well, here he is today. I didn't rig it. He just had a few live complications, but he's finally made it here today. Tell everybody about the car. You tell everyone what mods it's got.
It's Focus ST3. It's just been remapped by Lard Performance in Scotland.
Right.
It's just under 300 brake.
Yep.
Stage 2.
Yep.
It's got a full milltek on it at the minute.
Which I'm worried about, folks, because I've just given it a quick rev off camera and it already sounds insane. So I am slightly worried about that. I've got to try and do as good or better than that. And I've built a few of these before. No one ever really wants them loud, though. Everyone wants them sort of subtle. So I've never actually tried to build a louder other than the one that asked for an ASBO 1.1. So I've never actually tried to build a sensible-ish setup. I mean, I wouldn't say this is sensible. It sounds pretty ASBO to me, but yeah, I'm kind of worried. We've kind of got to do better than this. So we'll see. We'll have a look underneath and we'll see how the milltek one's made and stuff.
It's a mountune edition from Ford.
Yeah. I wondered what that were about. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you buy them,
yeah,
they offered you a package,
right,
that Ford fitted.
Comes factory max.
So it's warranted through Ford.
Right. Okay.
So it's got the induction on it.
Right.
Intercooler.
Yeah. And
it had a 275 brake horse map on it originally.
Pretty good going from stock. I didn't know that. Oh, I've learned something today. I seen the little mountune performance sticker on there, so that's actually an optional extra from Ford. Didn't know that. I thought that were I thought it were tuned by them. So, well, it is tuned by them, but you know what I mean. I thought it had been mapped by them aftermarketly. But let's give it a little rev then. Let me give you a sound clip of what it sounds like. As I say, I am worried. It does sound great already. So I wish it would have had a stock one on. It'd have had a bigger smile on his face at the end of the day. But we'll see what we can do with it. It already sounds really, really good. Like if I just built that, I'd be really happy with it. Fitment doesn't look the best, so we're going to aim to try and get fitment a bit better. It has got an aftermarket crackle map, as you can hear the little pops and crackles. So that's going to aid us really. That's always a nice addition to an exhaust tone. I guess let's just get it on ramp and let's have a look how it's made then. One thing I am noticing weirdly is one tip is working more than other tips, so I'm not too sure how milltek make theirs internally. It seems like you've got a very dominant right tip to a left tip.
I noticed that.
Yeah, so I'm unsure about that. I don't know how they make their exhaust systems, to be honest, internally, without chopping it up and having a look, which we won't be doing. We're just going to have a look at system, have a look at setup, and just try and make a plan for how we're going to do it. Let's have a gander. So Steve wants these tailpipes. He wants these, look, the 4.5 inch round tips, which they're 4 inch what are on there at the moment. Black tips as well. Not that bothered about black, wants to go with silver ones, so these are going to look ginormous on there compared to what them ones are, so they're going to fill that gap out a little bit better. Another slight worry is this is glad it's in a state because these are tight at back axle and these tailpipes are really, really long. So being in a state is going to help us. It's going to give us a little bit more room to get everything in there. I think let's get it up on ramp and let's have a little ganders at what's on there. That's on there at the moment. You can see from that camera angle, look, see how dominant the right tailpipe is. I'm not sure why that is, but this one works a lot more than what that one does. Which is, I don't know, them little things annoy me. You probably never even tell. None of you would probably ever even notice unless I pointed it out, but I can tell. Weird little thing that annoys me. Anyway, milltek exhaust, 3 inch diameter, so it's a big bore system, which we're going to be looking to replicate. We're going to be going 3 inch again. Comes all the way up to the front up here, the 2-bolt flange. So that's where we'll be going from. We'll be redoing the entire thing from there back in 3 inch.
No Bluetooth cats on mine.
Silencer system will be working a little bit different to this. We're just going to have a closer look at how this was working. You can almost see the discoloration in here, look, so you can see, comes in here, I'm guessing there's some sort of chamber where this rib is inside, and then it probably go all the way through to there, and then there'll be two tubes looking at that discoloration there. So as I said, don't get me wrong, it sounds phenomenal. I'd be really happy with that sound. We've got to try and match that today, now without making it too much quieter. I suppose we better ask the owner what he wants. Go on, Steve, what did you want? You were going to tell me earlier, and I said save it for camera, so you tell me, what would you like to change about this? What do you want from it?
Obviously non-droning on motorway.
Yes.
But I want it, if possible, a slight bit louder on the acceleration.
Right.
Full throttle way.
Okay, that's it then. That's his goal, to try and make it a slight bit louder than what it is now, but without making it drony on a motorway. Now, drone on these is relatively good. I'll be straight with you there. Drone is very, very good on these. I've never had an ST drone. They usually are very, very good engine for droning. Not like a Golf R or something which drone like crazy. These are actually usually really, really good for drone. So in terms of that, I'm not really worried at all. I think we'll be able to go full savage with this, and it won't drone still. Right. I don't think. So yeah, that's it then. Okay. And there's all the old milltek off. Big clear space, ready for us to work. And Connor's over here. Connor's going to make the silencer first. Hopefully this is not a mistake. It's how I was debating whether to do this or just put one resonator out middle and no back box at all. Hopefully this is not a mistake. We shall see later on in the video. While Connor's doing that, I'm going to work on the split.
To make an emerge can be fairly simple when you have got the correct tools. Here you'll see I'm using a bandsaw, and we're going to cut two bends straight down the centre line of the 90-degree bend. And what you're going to be left with is two pieces that look like this, and if you cut it correctly, they should both match up absolutely perfect to each other if you sit them both on a flat surface, just like that.
Right, so here you can see basics of what we're trying to do. We've got to go from one 3-inch to two twin outlets, a 2.5 inch. Now, at the minute, they're a little bit further apart than what I'd like, so I'm going to give them a little bit more of a tweak. I'm going to have a look up to the car, actually. Might be alright, but might need them a little bit closer together. And then we're going to weld them two U-bends together. So we're going to weld them two 90s together to make a U-bend, and then we need to merge that into a single 3-inch pipe, because that's what we're coming off at box with. And then that will pretty much be back bit done, because I'll show you in a minute we've already started working tailpipe section that comes out at silencer. So back section is fairly simple, then we'll just have to do rest of it at subframe. So have a quick look at these now, see what I think. I'm pretty sure they're too far apart. They want to be a lot closer than that, I think. So I'll have a little look. So on second thoughts, just had a little look, and it kind of fills gap nice on bumper, so we're not going to bother. We're going to pull them in a little bit more. They are going to naturally pull together a little bit when I weld them anyway, but only slightly. I mean, you'll not be able to tell on there, but you just want a slight correction just to bring them parallel, and I mean slight. It's literally like that, the tiniest little bit. You guys will never tell, but I can tell, so I'm just going to quickly sort that. Then we're going to get that welded together. Yeah, we're going to get the hardest bit is getting it on a 3-inch pipe, so yeah, we'll get them welded together and we'll get that done next.
And as soon as we're 100% satisfied with them, we're going to need to tack them together. Tacking is where I just put a single tack of weld that will hold the pieces together in the position we want, ready for the next step.
So that's that tacked together. We are going to now need to run a purge on that, so we'll fill it inside with argon, which will keep the inside from sugaring. Yes, I have got masking tape on my finger as well. Just real men masking tape there cuts up. Cut my finger badly yesterday, it's been bleeding for like 2 days, so I've got some masking tape, it'll stop it bleeding. Alright, let's purge that up.
And as soon as we're happy that that part is completely full of argon, which is an inert gas, we can then start welding this out. Welding it is the easy part. Making sure your fit-ups are correct is the difficult part. Good fit-ups equal good welds. And once we've welded out the basic 290s of the split, we're then going to need to put an inlet on that part. In this case, we're working in 3-inch, so we are putting a 3-inch inlet onto the 2.5-inch pipe. Now this can be really tricky if you haven't got the correct tools. Sadly, I didn't film any. I was a little bit busy. The customer's waiting around for this job. I wish I'd showed you more, but essentially we're using an exhaust expander tool on our hoof bender, and we just simply open up the hole bit by bit until it matches up to 3-inch nicely, and then just weld it on as shown here. Now Now here comes the most important part, and that is putting the tailpipes onto the split. This is where everything needs to be absolutely perfect. They need to be straight, they need to be level. If they're not, the whole job will be ruined. Remember, this is the part you see, so this part has got to be perfect. So you have to measure 3 times, visually look at it 3 times, and when you're finally satisfied, tack it up, weld it up, and the end result will be you're left with a nice 2-to-1 split with some lovely straight tailpipes. Okay, so the split is complete. Tell you, this is the bit what takes a lot of time. This is the bit what's not easy, going from 3-inch to twin 2.5-inch into 4.5-inch tailpipes that had 2.25-inch outlets. Everything was a mismatch. We've made it work. That looks nice. The box, we've got this part that goes into the silencer. Just 1 second. So that's pretty much going to go straight into there like that. The tailpipes are then going to go straight onto there like that. All we need to do now is basically make the mid pipe from the front flange that comes up off at some frame. We'll go into that. There'll need to be a joint somewhere to make this back section removable. But yeah, that's the worst of it done, I'd say. So let's get that propped up now. We'll get that on a couple of stands, get that held in position where we want it, and yeah, start making this mid pipe. And there it is, all propped up, and what's going to be a flash for you guys was a couple of hours for me, Connor and Steve, but eventually we're left with something what's looking pretty damn sweet.
Right, we better have a little catch up where we're at then pretty much now. Well, we're ready for welding. All back sections on there. Things like this at the moment still tacked. I'm going to get them welded in a minute. This just needs welding. Angles need welding up top here. A lot of it's just tacked up, but in terms of being almost finished, we're a weld away. Mid pipe as well, same again. This one needs welding up there and various welds on that. But it's looking pretty damn sweet. And poor old Steve here, he's been stood here for hours. Dogs have been hounding him for hours. I don't know where Charlie's gone now, he's got fed up and gone somewhere. It's looking sweet. We'll get it welded up now, and then we'll have a sound clip, see if we did any good. I'm nervous. So I'm going to weld that bit in there, speed process up. Connor's over there with mid-pipe. Connor's going to weld mid-pipe up. And I reckon take us, I don't know, 30 minutes, maybe a bit more. Yeah, if I've got all these to do, definitely longer. Probably about 45 minutes so.
I was probably about right. What's going to be an absolute flash for you guys probably took me around 45 minutes of welding to make sure all this was perfectly welded, nice and neatly. Once that's welded up, there's only one thing left to do. Let's get it fitted.
Well, boys and girls, there we go. There is a finished article on Steve's exhaust. I tell you what, some win that. Absolute work of art, that is absolutely mint. We'll let Steve have a proper look in a minute. I mean, he's been watching most of the day anyway, but I'll let him have a proper look, let him have his reaction on it. Looking mint. It's probably been about 7 minutes for your guys, but it's been about 6 hours for us. So, yeah, we're interested to see what it sounds like, aren't we?
Sure, right. Can't wait.
Have a look. Have a closer look now. You've not really seen it all welded. You've seen us making it. Fingers clean.
That was spot on that.
Some win there, innit?
Superb.
Let's get it down on the floor and let's have a listen and see what it sounds like. Right, well initially I'm not so worried now. I'm not so worried. I thought we were going to be quieter. It's not going to be quieter. So yeah, I'm not so worried now. Just drop it off ramp a minute while it has a warm. Yeah, that's already louder than before, so I think we'll have accomplished this mission. It's a cold start though, so that'll probably go a bit quieter in a sec.
Is that what you wanted? You wanted it a bit louder?
Yeah, slightly loud, yeah.
I think you might have just got that. They do look way better then though. And they
Yeah, they look way better.
Way better, so
It's not down, though.
Yeah, it's gone a bit quieter now. Cold start's gone off. So I'm not so worried anymore, folks. It's, yeah, now I've heard it, I do think it's going to be similar or louder. I just worried it were going to be quieter, but I'm not so sure now. We'll see. sounds very, very similar to what it did before, didn't it? So I wouldn't say it's much louder, but it is brand new, so once it's bedded in a bit. But yeah, still it sounds as good, so I'm happy with that. Put it this way, it still sounds absolutely sick, so yeah, that'll do me. It doesn't sound worse, which is what I was worried about. Not worse than in winning an exhaust and it sounding worse than one we took off, but we've definitely nailed it. I'd say it sounds as good. So I think what plan is now is we'll get all cameras on, we'll go for a drive if that's all right with you.
Yep.
Steve's going to beat everybody on Draggy list. We'll get 360 camera on it, and yeah, time's getting on, so we don't want to keep him here forever. He's got a long drive home, but we'll get you a little bit of footage from outside just to give you a true representation of what it sounds like, because I haven't filmed that much today, because bearing in mind he has been here all day. Sometimes people are local, will just drop at me and bugger off. He has been stuck here all day, so I've tried to keep filming as much as I can to a minimum, as well as still getting the job done. But let's get the cameras on, let's go and see what it sounds like on road. So I'm going to do the best I can with these flybys, folks. As you're just seeing, clutch is absolutely hanging on ST, so we can't really be getting it much well. He's got to get back to Preston yet, which is probably about 3 hours at this time of day, so I'll try my best. Where's it going? He's got the wrong way. I'll have your honest opinion on it, let me know what you think.
Definitely like a meteor tone.
That louder than what it used to be,
Yeah.
then, is it? Yeah. That's good, isn't it? That's what we wanted,
Yeah,
so as
yeah.
long as there's no drone, then it's mission accomplished, eh?
And it's sounding spot on a minute that.
Happy days. Praying for no drone then. I don't think we'll get any drone on this. I've never had any drone on one of these.
Left here.
Yeah, left, yeah. But it sounds good through here anyway.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
So you will have come off of this junction up here, I wouldn't imagine when
Yeah,
you've
I think
come.
so,
We
yeah.
want to be taking the next one. So this roundabout's terrible, it's horrible. You want to be at right hand lane, it's so confusing.
Far
This
right,
lane, yeah, far right hand lane. And then it's sort of like merger, so that's it. Follow this lane now, like drift, follow it round there, look. It's such a stupid roundabout, all road markings are horrendous. Now this will follow you around onto where we're going. Up there we're going. It's a free-for-all, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a few of them round our end, I think.
Right, get some welly. Sounds well for me. Just pull your window up. Otherwise everyone will be able to hear wind noise instead.
No drone there, is
Drone free, that, innit?
drone free.
Completely drone free. They always are, these STs. I've never had one drone on me yet, so I weren't too worried about that.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, feel free to go all the way up and you can get some welly. It's usually relatively police free on here. Yeah, I can hear overrun through here, so I can hear pop,
Yeah.
pop, pop.
you don't get much popping in here.
I can hear it from outside.
Yeah.
I can hear it on outside mic, definitely.
It's a good end to a nice day, isn't it?
It is. I'm happy with that. Sounds great.
Yeah, it's noisy when you want it to be and just right when you don't.
That's it, feel free to get some welly.
Definitely popping in the morning.
I'm expecting overrun to be a lot more aggressive. It's quite aggressive when you're revving it, isn't it? I only
Yeah,
hear it
yeah.
every so often, like pop, pop, pop.
Yeah.
Thought it were going to be a lot more aggressive.
I didn't want one of them Asbo pops and bangs though.
Too much all the time.
Yeah, I just wanted it a nice subtle.
Yeah. So in terms of comparison, how does it compare?
It's 9 day. It is.
I don't know. You tell me. I didn't hear the last one.
It is. I mean, it's more aggressive when I'm on throttle,
Which is what you wanted.
which is what I wanted.
Yeah.
And when I'm in top gear,
Yeah.
it's just I can't hear it. So it's just
Don't get much better than that, then, is
It's-
it? Winner, winner. Mission accomplished for us.
yeah.
Sounds like exactly what you're asked for.
And I want that. Plus I got my bigger tips that I wanted.
Yeah. Got bigger tips. Got the sound.
Got the sound.
Happy days.
And it didn't cost out.
That's it. don't cost a penny. What a win, eh? What a win, folks. See, a lot of you thought I'd rigged it. I didn't rig it. Old Steve just had some life problems, but yeah, we're back on track. He's got his exhaust, he's back healthy, and winner, winner. Can he do well on the Draggy though? That's the question.
No.
You have to drive aggressive. You have to get some welly. So we want to be off here. This is breakdown zone.
Now everything was going really well so far. It sounded great, got very little drone, but now it's time to do the Draggy run. And little does he know it, Steve's about to launch this car like he's got a wooden leg and absolutely murder the clutch. Watch this.
That's reset. So whenever we're clear, go. No, coming is there. Oh, big clutch slip. Is clutch slipping or are you riding it?
No, it's slipping there.
Is it? Oh dear. We've got a ton of clutch slip. Slipping big time, innit?
Yeah.
So that'll be about 10 minutes on Draggy, that will.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not too bad. 8.67. Clutch is slipping massively, boys and girls. I thought you were riding clutch. It's like really slipping, innit?
Yeah. You know, I've never heard it slip before.
Have you not?
No.
Got it slipping bad then, weren't it?
Yeah.
Really bad. Like every gear. Probably best we don't try another one of them. You go a long way home. It's a long way back if clutch slipping all the way home. So we're gonna, we'll put him. I don't even think we'll make the board at that. We might do 8.67 seconds. Terrible, but clutch is slipping. So hey ho.
I think what were left, I think he just took off it when we were fucking giving it loads.
Just killed it. And you were pretty kind to it, to be honest. It's a good job me and Connor didn't come out, and it would have been a lot more aggressive than that. with customers' permission, obviously, we always give them some free. I think you drove this pretty kind, mechanically sympathetic. That looks. Get a little blip on that bridge for as if clutch has got some left. I can't believe how bad it was slipping then. That it didn't really seem to slip as we were going up bypass, but that Draggy finished it. That was nice, doesn't it?
Sounds spot on, that.
Clutch don't feel like it's slipping to me now. It feels alright.
Yeah, I thought that when I went. Maybe when I set off, I might have slightly overheated it a bit.
Might have done, yeah. Felt alright then. It didn't feel like it was slipping to me. Has it got a short shifter on it?
Yeah.
I thought so. I just felt weird. It's horrible.
You don't like it?
No, I hate short shifters.
I remember. Was it the white ST that you did it and you said, I fucking hate that short
Yeah,
shifter?
it always feels like you're going to miss a gear.
It's not even on this aggressive setting, that.
Is it not?
No.
Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of short shifters. Very easy to money shift it, I think, because you get a bit used to not being as much aggressive with gear changes.
I think standard, they're just shocking.
Right.
Really shit standard.
All right.
So you've just got to take that little bit out of it.
So there we go. That's it. Done and dusted. Off back to Preston you go. Again, thank you very much, Steve. Congratulations on the win. What a win it were. He's happy with it. I'm happy with it. What more is there? We're just going to put all his old milltek exhaust in there. It's on Facebook Marketplace if you want to buy it. We're already on there really before we even started welding. So it's a good job you like it, eh?
It's superb.
Right, we'll catch you all in the next video.